You didn't create. You didn't built up a mentality. So it's gonna be hard to mate with somebody because you already got a mentality built up, and that's where all the preferences and the different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's going to come in because now you feel like, hey, I'm this high in society, so that means my preferences and what's the name was are too high for the next for lack of better words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
But
are
like
live.
Kim
We are
said,
live. Yeah, keep it going.
running.
We are live. Yes, sir.
You only rock out.
Urban Matters BMG. We got Brother Shike dropping hot fire. What's that? What was that statement again, bro? Shike? Could you reiterate that one more time?
Yeah, man, I was watching a TikTok live, man, and the thing was black women failing society, and one of the talking points was they brought up, the low marriage, the high abortion rate, them being single, but I completely pinpointed down to like it ain't got nothing to specifically do with so-called black women per se. It's women in general, and this one first. First.
You're breaking up on me a little bit, Shazza.
Okay, let me go back. Probably stepped out the Wi-Fi. Let me see. What about now? Is it
Yeah,
better?
yeah, you clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I was saying, yeah, that to me it ain't so much as a black woman thing per se, but it's women in general that have taken up the moniker of independency, feminists. You know what I'm saying? That they don't necessarily need a man; they can do it on themselves. They'll struggle by myself. I can do bad
Mm,
by myself. Mentality that
wow.
it's all about my career first.
Hmm.
Then I will get the family later. You know what
Hmm.
I'm talking about?
Correct.
And with that type of mentality attitude, how can you be the nurturer? How can you be in be in the divine nurture stage of the matriarchy stage when
Yes,
you
yeah,
when
it's
you
almost like they kind of relinquish or sacrifice their femininity all because they fell for this talking point of this narrative that society has taught them or conditioned them to believe. And now it takes away from your motherly instinct. It takes away from your wifely instincts. And you can't really be all you can be for your relationship, especially for your man, when your man has to constantly go back and forth with you because you're displaying masculine energy. It's not a good look, man. And that's why a lot of our women, you won't get that high value man. That's why you sitting around here selling for these Pookies and Ray Rays, because you had this mentality till you get in your 40s. Now you saying something when you saying something earlier, Shaq, about now you want to try to settle down and have kids after your career. But now you lost your value because by the time you hit 40, 50, that wound got spider webs on it, and ain't no a man wants something young, a real high value man. He wants something young to plant his seed into. You know what I'm saying? You
you're
trying to
correct biologically, yeah,
right,
biologically yes,
right.
and you'll see more women are coming down with certain things like fibroids and cervical and shit like that because you know what I mean.
Right.
That's the women, and I ain't
Right.
talking about black women, I'm talking about women in general. And if anything, I can put the white tea women and
Yeah.
selling their damn eggs. They had a whole egg farm where they was selling their damn
Yeah.
eggs
Yeah.
when they was in college and stuff. I wish I
Yeah.
could have pulled that video up. It was two
Wow.
wealthy uh, Caucasians that was sitting down talking, and they were talking about how some of these young women they was buying these. They had like a little egg buying for where they was buying
Mm-hmm.
the eggs from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they was paying them like $20,000, $30,000. You know what I'm saying? These little these college females and stuff
Mm-hmm.
selling their eggs and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And you got women now competing in society for capitalistic positions and stuff, and it's causing a lot of rift, man. It's not there's no harmony. Get your money, but that shouldn't affect you still being able to mate with the opposite sex. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And marry with the opposite sex. And when I say marry, it's just the same thing as mate.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't talking about the state standard of marriage. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about
Right.
y'all spiritually say, hey, we are connected. We locked in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Because
sir.
even more often than not, when some of the women when they get married, they put more on the marriage license and the superficial things like the wedding, the reception, the ring, the dress, than the actual man that you get married to. So is he the value or is it the superficial things, the vanity is the value? What we talking about?
Mm. Yeah.
What we talking about?
What we talking about?
That's just one of the topics, man. It just we was just shooting off the hip, man. It just popped up in the algorithm, and we just rocked out on it, man. What you got, brother? I know it was something that we was talking.
Yeah, no, we were just going back and forth shooting the shit about, the war. And we
Hmm.
were also saying something about Trump supposed to be coming out, giving some type of talk tonight at 9 o'clock. We're gonna chop this thing up to about 9 o'clock and see what he's talking about. But it's some rumors floating around that Trump is going to resign tonight because of the war, which there may be an April Fool's joke running around. Happy April Fool's Day! Y'all remember that?
Ah,
Y'all remember that when we were little, we used to crack on each other, man, and roast each other on April Fool's Day. Y'all remember
oh yeah, yeah,
that?
yeah, a little bit.
Nobody has that type of sense of humor anymore, man. We used to really roast each other on April Fool's Day, man.
Heck yeah.
For real. There's something behind that too, that whole April Fool's Day thing. What it was some type of folk tale behind April Fool's Day, the reason why April Fool's Day was created.
That's a great question. Should look that up, huh?
Yeah, let me see what April Fool's Day origins. Let's look that up. Y'all know, man, it's the home of the receipts over here, Urban
There
Matters
you go.
BMG TV. I'm your gracious host, Dr. Juice.
Pull it
Let's see,
up
we're gonna
live.
look it up. We'll look it up real quick. I'm gonna share my screen with the family because y'all know we like them receipts over here, boy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they
Where my
okay, there
computer?
we go. You live. I see you now. I see you live on Facebook. Let me
Let's
see. Let me
see.
tap in the comment section.
Let's see.
See what you got going. Salute, salute.
Let's see what we got here, y'all.
Shout out to the people. See if the people want to chime in.
Origins. Here we go. April Fool. Let's see.
Come on, come
Where's
on.
it at? There we go. All right. The origins of April Fool Day are not definitely known, but several theories have proposed Geoffrey Chaucer. A reference in Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales suggested connections to April Fool's Day, though it's debated whether it refers to April 1st or another date. So let's scroll down a little bit here, man, because I know somebody got something on this thing, man. Let's see. How did April Fool's Day begin? Let's see. Can y'all see that screen right there? Let's see. Let's share this tab instead. Can you see that? How did April Fool's Day begin? Can you see that shot? Uh-oh, that's one of them old pages that try to give us clickbait. Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah, I'm here. I got you.
We don't want that one then.
Tap in with you. Tap in with
That was
you. Jump
clickbait
on.
there. Let's see. That was clickbait. Clickbait. Let's see what we got. Well, we know it was a day of pranks, roasting people.
Mhm.
Let's read this USA Today. Oh, they trying to do me too. Yeah, everybody wants you to clickbait, man.
Oh, yeah, they clickbait you. They gonna clickbait you, brother.
Yeah, that's clickbait too, man. Let's see.
They gonna bait you.
Let's see this one here. Okay, this might be a good one right here. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, y'all. April Fool's Day is our conversation today. We're trying to figure out How did April Fool's Day begin? Okay, here it is. Every year, April 1st, millions of people around the world delight in harmless pranks and practical jokes. The origins of April Fool's Day, however, remains a puzzle that has intrigued historians for centuries. Evidence suggests that the holiday could be over 600 years old, but scholars disagree on how it began. From medieval England to royal calendar reforms in France and ancient spring festivals, the roots of the day reveal a complex and surprising history behind the pranks that have become a modern tradition. Three compelling theories. Historians have identified three main theories to explain how April Fool's Day emerged. According to National Geographic's examination of the holidays contested, the first theory points to England. There go that guy Geoffrey Chaucer again. May have recorded one of the earliest references in the Nun's Priest Tale. The tale describes a rooster and a fox attempting to deceive each other and refers to pranks occurring 32 days after the beginning of March, which could coincide with April 1st. Some scholars suggest that scribal errors could affect this interpretation, leaving the English origins open to debate. The second theory comes from France, which most celebrated Poisson of d'Avril, a April fish, or April fish is what it means. This tradition involves attaching a paper fish to a person's back without them noticing, a shouting April fish when the trick is revealed. Wow. So yeah, it's an old European mayonnaise holiday. So that we can say that.
Right, old folk tale, folklore movie be at, you know what I'm talking about how they do it.
Yeah, the mayonnaise militia created it.
They always playing jokes on each other, bro.
Exactly. You know they got to pull everything out the hat to try to have a sense of humor.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly, man. Dang, I
Trying to
wish
pull
we
it
had.
up
I
on.
wish we had Stice in here. We could chop up some game with Stice.
I sent it out, so I don't know if people catch on. Let me see. I'm trying to see if it's not pulling up on YouTube. Is it you live?
Really?
Yeah, I
Which
see
one
it
you
on
on?
Facebook. I'm on Urban Matters Matter YouTube.
Oh yeah, go to probably need to go to Urban Matters DMG or
Urban
go to
Matters
Urban
BMG.
Urban Matters Matter live chat.
Let me see. Yeah, the different one. That one, on that one. Okay. Let me see. But yeah, so you've been getting yeah, you've been getting on the timeline about something about Trump will be coming on and speaking tonight, huh? Is this State of Union? What
Yeah,
is this?
I don't know. I think it's about supposed to be something about the war. Maybe I don't know.
Mm,
Let's see. Look it up.
okay.
Hey, did you hear what Trump came out and said about on birthright citizenship? That's a good topic. We need to chop it up real quick. Y'all know that they have a discussion going on in the Supreme Court about birthright citizenship. And Trump came and said it straight, man. Trump say, listen, I don't care what y'all say. That shit was for the children of slaves. And that's all it was for. The indigenous Americans, black Americans. That shit was not for everybody else. So I really don't care what y'all got discussed. That's what Trump said today. That nigga that crazy. Let's see. Uh, that guy that crazy, man. Let's see what he talking about. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Oh yeah, we got to pull this up here, boy. Try this hot fire for y'all. Mm-hmm. There we
get
go.
rid of birthright citizenship. The Supreme Court tomorrow is going to hear arguments about your executive order trying to get rid of birthright citizenship.
And I'm going.
You're going to go to the Supreme
I
Court
think
tomorrow.
so. I do believe
And just sit there and listen.
because I have listened to this argument for so long, and this is not about Chinese billionaires who are billionaires from other countries who all of a sudden have 75 children or 59 children in one case or 10 children becoming American citizens. This was about slaves. And if you take a look, slaves, we're talking about slaves from the Civil War. And if you take a look at when it was filed, all of this legislation, all of this, everything having to do with birthright citizenship, it was at the end of the Civil War. The reason was it had to do with the babies of slaves and the protection of the babies of slaves.
And which justices will you be listening for most closely?
I love a few of them. I don't like some others. And you know, you say what you want, but you have the ones that were appointed by Barack Hussein Obama and Biden. I don't care how good your case is. You could have the greatest case ever. They're going to rule against you. They always do. And it's not supposed to be that way. Now, the Republicans tend to be very different. They want to show how honorable they are. So a man can appoint them and they can rule against him. It's so proud of it. We're so proud we ruled against Trump. We're so proud. We're above it. There are those that say that's wonderful, and there are those that say they're so stupid.
The Supreme Court tomorrow is going to hear.
Ah, that nigga. Boy, Trump don't care, boy. That man just gonna say what he want to say, bro. Jack. That's real talk. Trump says for the children of slaves. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. What's your take on that whole birthright citizenship, bro, Shaq? What do you say? What do you say about it, bro, Shaq? Still with us, bro, Shaq? Can't hear you. I think your earphones went off again. Bro, Shaq.